You have been taught to insidiously plant the seeds of jealousy and hatred between communities, provinces, and states that were at peace with each other, inciting them to deeds of blood and involving them in war. You can turn back now, or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. As always, you've got Matt and Ben here, which makes this stuff they don't want you to know. You're probably wondering, what was that weird thing that they quoted at the top of the show? To answer that, we have to go back to our listener mail from Greg DJ Logic. Greg, you wrote to us earlier and said that you would like us to take a closer look at the Society of Jesus, also conventionally known as the Jesuits. So let's do a little bit of background here first. The Jesuits were founded by a person named Saint Ignatius Loyola. Of course, he didn't start out as a saint. He's a saint now. You get it. Loyola was a Spanish Basque soldier, and in 1521, he was wounded horribly by a cannonball. One leg was broken and shattered. The other one was horribly wounded as well during his long recuperation. After the doctors, by the way, told him, prepare to die, he found God, because the only books he had access to were books about the lives of saints and books about the life of Jesus Christ. This gave him a religious conversion. He traveled to Pope Adrian VI and asked to be sent to the Holy Land, asked for permission to go. When he did, he returned, vowing to become a priest. The road was not easy for him, but eventually formed the Society of Jesus with 6 other men, and that has grown into thousands of people in a worldwide organization today. The Jesuits have been in the news a lot recently because the newest Pope, Pope Francis, is a Jesuit. And for people who believe the historical conspiracy theories regarding the Jesuits, this is troubling. So that's why if you're on conspiracy boards, you might see more and more stuff about Jesuits popping up now. In the course of our investigations, we have found so far that at least one thing is not true, and that is the extreme oath of the Jesuits, which you heard us read at the beginning of this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, luckily for us, that is a forgery. It has been soundly proven to be a forgery, and different versions of it exist. In fact, one was entered into the Congressional Record of the United States, but a long time ago. Don't worry, it wasn't, 2014. According to the Jesuits themselves, or the Society of Jesus itself, the application process to become a Jesuit is much more involved, and it has a series of vows. The first ones being vows of chastity, poverty, and obedience, and this leads up to a set of final vows, and those final vows still are nothing like the stuff that you will see out there as the alleged vows of the Society of Jesus. However, that's just one thing that we found. Our investigation is ongoing, and we have some questions for you. One, what are some of the conspiracy theories that you have heard about activities by the Society of Jesus throughout history? 2, do you think any of this is true, or is it all just exaggeration by anti-Catholic forces, which, in some cases clearly happened? And, as always, what do you think we should be covering next? Thanks so much for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments, and you can always send us an email directly. Our address is conspiracy@howstuffworks.com.